So this is my name is Galina. I'm one of the team members on Thousand Lashes. We're two sisters, so yeah, so we like to do educational videos for you once a week to help you guys out with any questions or issues that you guys are having difficulties with. So today we're actually going to be talking about on how to hold your tweezer. This is a really interesting topic, and it's a topic that a lot of lash artists have trouble with in the beginning, and it's really easy to pick up a wrong habit. And so today we're just going to talk about some possible mistakes that are made when holding your tweezers, as well as some possible tips on how you can hold them better. This is really going to help you guys with fatigue, hand fatigue, because you want to ensure that you don't fatigue your wrist and your arm too much. This is really going to, because this can really affect your work. And so basically I'm going to show you guys. So let's talk about it. For example, in classic sets, if you accidentally picked up the wrong habit of holding your tweezers in the wrong way, what's going to happen is just you're going to have hand fatigue, wrist fatigue, and it's just going to make it much harder for you guys to do your sets. And it's going to be much harder. Now for volume, if you hold your tweezer the wrong way, for volume or mega volume, it's actually going to impede you from proceeding forward, because you're going to have trouble making the fans. If you're holding the volume tweezer the wrong way, you're going to have a lot of trouble to actually make the fans. And that's why a lot of lash artists struggle with making fans, because they have taught themselves to hold the tweezer the incorrect way. And so when it comes to doing the fans, they manage to get through the classic phase, and they've practiced, and now they're at the volume, learning volume, and so they're having trouble picking up the actual fans. So this is why it's so important to learn it the correct way from the beginning. It's really going to avoid those struggles along the way. So be sure to listen until the end, because you're going to be able to see if you're doing any of these mistakes, and hopefully pick up a few tips that will improve your positioning. So this is a isolation tweezer. It's a straight isolation tweezer. So typically the way you should hold it is with your index finger and your middle finger on one side, and then your thumb should be right here on the opposite side. So you should always be holding the tweezer with 3 fingers. So never low on the tweezer, like a pen like this, and high. Those are the wrong ways to hold it. So you should always hold it with the index finger and middle finger on one side and thumb on the other. Hopefully you guys can see, like here. Now the 4th finger here can be used additionally for support if you need it. So please be aware of that. You can use the 4th finger. Some lash artists like to use the 4th finger, some do not. So it really depends on you, but you can try and see how it feels with and without, and then try to try to practice a little bit and see which way feels more comfortable. Always try to hold it in the middle of the tweezer, and make sure that you try to feel that make sure that you have a nice grip. So then let's talk about some of the mistakes that you can actually make. So the mistakes that we often see being made is holding the tweezer on too high up, so like this. So what's going to happen here is you're not going to have proper grip. You're not going to be able to, you're going to need to press much harder in order to have the right grip. And so what's going to happen is you're going to get hand fatigue much quicker, and that shouldn't happen. So you should really be holding it closer to the middle. The other mistake that is often seen in beginner lash artists is holding the tweezer with only 2 fingers. So this is obviously a no-no, also because you don't have enough stability. The tweezer is kind of like wobbling, and it's just not as comfortable. So really you need to have the index and the middle finger on one side, and then the thumb on the other, and then the 4th finger for additional support. The other mistake that is often seen is holding the tweezer like a pen, like this, too close to the tip. So what's going to happen here is that you're actually going to put too much pressure, and the grip is going to be too strong, and you're putting too much pressure on the tip, and it's definitely uncomfortable for you. But then the other issue is going to be if you're working with volume and volume tweezers and trying to make fans, it's going to your hand is going to get in the way when you're actually trying to make the fans. But more importantly, when you're trying to place those fans on the client's natural lash, your fingers will be in the way, and it's going to be really uncomfortable in placement. So this is where it's going to really affect your placement technique on the client if you're holding your fingers really close to the tip. So really ensure that you're not too low, not too high, really just in the middle. 2 index finger, middle finger on one side, and the thumb on the other side, and then the 4th finger for support. Now, if you need additional support, you can use the client's forehead with your the side of your palm, and you can actually you know, have it for additional support. So when you're working, you can actually have your hand resting on the client's elbow, and that's really also going to help stabilize you. Sorry, stabilize your hand when moving, so that it doesn't move. So I'm hoping that you guys found this video helpful. I would like to know what your biggest takeaway from this video is. Also, I would love to know what challenges you guys are experiencing when it comes to placement. It's just gonna help guide us what additional videos we can make for you guys in the future to hopefully help you guys out. So be sure to check out our Instagram page at 1000 Lashes Dash, and also we have a support group for you guys where you can actually post any questions that you guys have, and we'll be sure to answer it for you. It's 1000 Lashes support group. So hopefully you found this helpful, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn the notifications on. Thank you.